It is Friday morning of Memorial Day weekend, and I'm going to try to do a 24-hour readathon. I am not doing a 24-hour readathon where it's literally starting now. I'm gonna read for 24 hours as much as I can. That will kill me. I'm not doing that. It's going to be, I'm gonna have a timer and I'm gonna stop and start it, and I have this whole weekend to try to get it up to 24 hours. And it's only playing whenever I read. I thought this would be a good weekend to do that because it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Technically, I have today off, kind of, but I don't have too much going on this weekend, so I think that'll be good. I have some things going on, so it's still like a bit of a challenge, but I don't have too much. So today I have school off because it's graduation day. I still have to go to graduation, and that will be a good chunk of time that I can't be reading. But I can read in the morning, I can read on my drive there, my drive back, all that kind of stuff. And then tomorrow I don't have much. I'm going to a grad party for a little bit. Sunday is a date day with Michael, but again, I will have time to read. And then Monday, I'm also hanging out with a friend and doing stuff, but I think I can still get some reading in that day anyway. So we'll see how this goes. So I thought I'd give you a little update on what I'm reading to start with. So I finished this book last night, so this doesn't count towards anything, but finished that last night. I am currently reading Umberland from the Everland series, and I am very, very close to the beginning. So hopefully I can finish this through my readathon because I've been pushing that off for bit, and I would like to get that done. Also on my Kindle, I am reading A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Soft. I'm also very close to the beginning on that. I started it one night where I didn't want to hold a book. I wanted to start a Kindle book, and I have not touched it since. But I'm taking the bus today from the school to graduation because it's in the city and I don't want to drive in the city, and I'll have my phone, which has the Kindle app, so hopefully I can get some of that done. I did have a new audiobook. Hi, baby. A new audiobook came available on Libby, and it is, I try to get audiobooks as much as I can of books that I already own. I know. Books that I already own so that I can try to get through my physical TBR faster. And The Night Ends with Fire came available last night, so I borrowed that. It's one of my fairy loot books, and one of my friends have been really pushing me to read it, so I don't know if I'll finish it through this weekend, but I'm hoping I can get a good chunk of it done. What do you think? Hey, baby. Yeah, she believes in me. So I'm gonna go into a screen recording now of me starting the timer, and I'm going to be starting to listen to that while I'm getting ready to go to graduation.
The rumors took wing and flew through the capital, leaving behind a trail of astonishment, fear.
All right, so I'm all dressed up for the grad party that's later today. I thought I'd be really cute. I haven't worn this shirt in a really long time, so I wanted to wear it. And it only makes sense to go with my Flynn Rider earrings as well, because it's all Rapunzel themed. So I woke up at 11 today, so missed a lot of good reading hours in the morning, but that's okay. I only got 3.5 hours of reading done yesterday. I thought I would be able to get more done after graduation was over. I was just so tired. I just did not want to do words. So didn't do that, but I did listen to a lot of my audiobook. I'm really liking it, so that's good. Eating my pizza. I'm gonna read a little bit more before I go over to Michael's house, Michael's mom's house, and then hopefully I read more there and crochet. I'm gonna be crocheting, so usually I can get a lot of audiobook done, but we'll see. Hopefully I get a lot of reading today because Sunday and Monday I don't have as much time to read, and we got 21 hours to get through, so wish me luck. All right, it is about 5:30 or so, and I just got back from the grad party. I'm at about almost 6.5 hours of reading, so that's pretty good. I need to get a lot further tonight. I wanted to give some updates every time I'm a third of the way done with a book. I'm over a third of the way done with The Night Ends with Fire. Yes, I have this version, but I am listening to it, but I'm almost about halfway done with it. I'm really enjoying it. It is very much a Mulan retelling, but now it's getting into more of the epic fantasy part of it. And it's a lot to do with like spirits and stuff like that, which is really cool. I really like it. I don't know what's gonna happen in this part, but I'm really liking it. And then I am a little over a third of the way done with Umberland, and I think I'm going to finish whatever chapter I'm on of Night Ends with Fire once I get all comfy and cozy for the rest of the evening, get out of, you know, real person clothes. And I'm going to take some time and just sit and read this because it's so short, but I'm taking so long to read through it, and so I want to enjoy my time actually reading it. And now that I'm home, I can maybe even do a time lapse of me reading this, so look forward to that. And I think it's starting to pick up because now she's looking for the apple, the poison apple. I haven't told you anything about this, but it's an Alice in Wonderland retelling within this like dystopian world, but it's also like overlapping with the first book, which was Peter Pan retelling in dystopian world, and it's overlapping with that. Like all of the worlds kind of come together with introducing the new characters, and it's really cool. And I want to finish it so I can get this off of my TBR and decide if I want to get the third book, which is Ozland. So obviously it's Wizard of Oz. We'll see, because this one, the beginning, I was very much like, I'm not liking this as much as I did the first one, but now it's starting to get somewhere, so hopefully it ends up being good. So I'm gonna go get comfy and keep on reading this book. It is Saturday night, and I've read almost for 8 hours total. And so I've come to a realization. I've read almost 200 pages today, probably a little bit over that. Well, that's a lot for me, particularly. That's a lot of reading. And I was enjoying it for a while, and then I started getting just so anxious because I was like, I'm getting tired. I don't want to just constantly be reading so much. And I realized because of how little I started out with on Friday, there was like no way I was going to get to 24 hours by the end of day Monday. No way, especially because tomorrow I have a date day planned with my husband, and I would like to enjoy that day with my husband because we don't get those a whole lot. And Monday I have a friend coming over, and I'm really looking forward to hanging out with my friend. And I don't want to like rush through those things to get to reading, and I don't want to be stressed at those events just to read. And my husband reminded me that I have autonomy. This is a challenge I made up for myself. I can change the rules of it. So I'm still doing the 24-hour readathon because I've been filming things and I've been enjoying it and I've been keeping track of it. I'm already 8 hours in. That's a third of the way in. Might as well keep going. Is that really a third? Oh my god, it is. Look at me. And so instead, I'm going to do my 24-hour readathon until school is out. School is out this upcoming Friday, May 30th. And so that makes sense. It's like a whole week for myself since I started last Friday, and then I'll end this next Friday for a 24-hour readathon. While it is the last week of school and I'm just giving finals because I'm a high school teacher and the finals are already made, grading them is really easy and all their other grades are put in, that doesn't mean the like hours that I'm there at school I'm just going to be spending reading the whole time, because that's just not feasible because I have other stuff to do. I need to clean up a few more things in my classroom to put away. And there are a lot of like posters that I want to make on Canva for next year, and I'd rather do them while I'm there at school on the clock getting paid than when I'm here at home over the summer not getting paid. I'll probably be doing those. I might take some breaks to read. I might have my audiobook on as I'm doing some of the Canva stuff, but I think this will make it a lot more enjoyable for me. And I also did the math. That's about 3 hours of me reading every day to get to that total. And I got to 3.5 yesterday. I'm up to 8 today. So I'm on track for it. And then it's kind of like I have that as the deadline, but it's like, you know, how soon can I get to it? And that can be a whole fun thing. Reading is supposed to be fun. And as soon as I started to feel like it wasn't fun, that's when it starts to get kind of dreadful, because reading is supposed to be a fun time. But I also do a lot of other things reading adjacent that I really enjoy. And I felt like I wasn't able to do those because I wasn't actually like physically reading. Like I love watching my like booktube people, and I love doing some of the book talk things that I'm on, and Bookstagram. I do all the things. And I like engaging in those things, but that's not actively reading. And so I was like feeling guilty about doing that, but I'm like, but it fills me up a little bit. I wanted to make a new like Bookstagram post on my iPad because I like creating those. I think they're fun, and it's like a fun little creative outlet for me. And I haven't done one in a while, and I wanted to do one, but I was like, oh, but I have to be listening to my audiobook at the same time, so I'm at least reading. And I was like, but I don't want to do that because sometimes I'm not listening to it, and I'd rather be listening to like somebody on BookTube where it's not really important information for me to hear, but it's like fun to engage in anyway. And yeah, I'm gonna do that instead. And so change the qualifications of this challenge so we can do that. It is Sunday. Just got back from a pretty full day of having a date with my husband. Did a lot of fun things, went a lot of places, all kinds of cool stuff. I got this new tote bag. A book worth banning is a book worth reading. Thought that was very cute. Have not read at all. I read like a chapter, so I'm up like 10 minutes. So it is, I don't even know what time it is. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:38 p.m.
So it's about 6:30. I'm gonna start reading. I read quite a bit of Umberland last night. I'm definitely over the 2/3 mark, and I think I'm gonna be able to finish it. I have like 70 pages left or so I can definitely finish that. I don't think it's like getting as good as it was in the first book, but it did get better. So I'm gonna finish that, maybe start another physical book. I have Dating and Dragons that I really want to read because it's really short and I'm in the mood for just like a fun, fluffy book. So I'm gonna have that one, and if I want to continue crocheting, I can listen to my audiobook as well. So I'll let you know where I get at the end of today. It is Monday, kind of mid-morning, and I am up to about 10.5 hours, so not terrible for not reading very much yesterday. I finished Umberland. It was fine. Compared to the first book, it was really not as good, and there's so many typos that started to like take me out of it, and then just like some of the plot points, I was like, this you only put in here to like make the audience feel something when like other people didn't die who definitely could have because they were on, you know, death's door. So that was fine. I gave it 3 stars. I did not start Dating and Dragons. I decided instead to finally pick back up Percy Jackson. I started Titan's Curse. I only got like a chapter in before I was like, I'm tired. But I started that, so hopefully I finish that, and because I want to finish rereading that series, reread Heroes of Olympus, so then I can read Chalice of the Gods and the Wrath of the Triple Goddess, because those are on my unread TBR, and I want to get those done this year. So hopefully I can do those at least before the summer is over. I think that'll give me plenty of time. They're very like summer feeling books as well, so hopefully that gets done, but I'm at least starting it, so that's good. I'm not quite two-thirds of the way done with The Night Ends with Fire, but I just listened to that while I took a shower this morning, so it's getting good. I haven't really picked back up my Kindle books simply because of the points thing going on with my challenge with my book club, and it's simply because that's not going to get me as many points because it's an ebook and I have physical books that I really want to read anyway. But I'll get back to that anytime I'm like, you know, just kind of chilling at work this week or something like that. I'll probably read some of it, but it's just not my top priority right now. I'm waiting for my friend to get here so we can enjoy some time together, and then hopefully I can read more throughout the day later-ish. We'll see. 10.5 hours. Not too bad. Definitely glad that I extended my 24-hour readathon because I was not going to make it. Okay, it is Tuesday. First day back to work. We get out Friday, so yay. I'm at almost 12.5 hours, so I did pretty well reading, even though I didn't have a ton of time to read yesterday. Today's a pretty slow day at school. I'm gonna try to get a lot of work done while I'm at school, but I might get bored and I might read, so we'll see. And I'm done with my school day. I did technically finish another book. I was reading our play for next year, so it was like 50 pages. Oh, wasn't a lot, but technically finished another book, counted it towards my hours for 24-hour reading, so that's great. I'm at almost 14 hours, so that's pretty good. I have a good feeling I'll probably finish The Night Ends with Fire. I have about 3 hours left in it, an audiobook, and that's without me reading it faster. So I feel pretty good that I'll finish another one as well. It's looking pretty good because I need to get, today I only need to get to 15 hours and I'm almost to 14, and the day is still young. It's not even 4 o'clock yet. So I have a good feeling that I'll probably finish before Friday comes around. Fingers crossed. So it's been a couple days since I've filmed anything keeping you updated. It's Friday. It's the last day of school. It is 2:20 and I'm leaving the school because I've been done for a while, and while I was in the front office, principal was basically like, if they've done everything. So yeah, I stayed for a little bit just to like read while I was there, work on a couple of things, but I'm ready to go home. I am currently at 20 hours, so we only have 4 hours left to go, which I definitely think I can do tonight. I have to go grocery shopping just for us to get some stuff for a couple days for next week before we go to Disneyland. So yeah, we're almost there. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Ooh, I have finished one book since talking to you. I finished The Night Ends with Fire. That was pretty good. I liked it a good amount, but not like woohoo crazy about it. Like, it was a good book, but I'm like, yeah, that was fine. I gave it 4 stars. It's a duology. The next book doesn't come out till August, and I don't know if I want to read it. I'll see how I feel in August. I'm listening to A Fragile Enchantment, as well as like going back and forth listening to it and reading it on my Kindle. I read a good amount of Titan's Curse, the 3rd Percy Jackson book. I think I can finish that before at least before May is over. I don't know if I'll finish it in the last 4 hours of this challenge, but I might. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna go home. We did it. We're done. 24 hours of reading over 1 week. Now, for some people that might seem like really easy. For others, it might be impossible. For me, it was a bit of a challenge, but I started to have fun with it. As you saw earlier in the video, when I was trying to just do 24 hours of reading over the 3-day, 4-day weekend, it was overwhelming to me. It was way too much. That's 6 hours of reading that I had to do every single day. And I love reading. I love reading so much, but I also have a touch of ADD and I can't just sit or even just walk and just do the same thing for that long. And I read many books at once and I still wasn't able to do that. Stretching it to a week made it a lot more fun, made the reading more enjoyable, and that's what it's all about, is trying to make reading enjoyable. As soon as it doesn't feel enjoyable anymore, something has to change, right? Because it should be fun, especially for me who loves reading. And I think this actually has kind of pushed me to really just take my time reading, because I think before I would read a chapter or two and I'm like, okay, that's probably all I need to read. But then I kept doing that and I would check in with myself do you want to keep reading? And oftentimes the answer was yes. So I would just keep reading. So I think it's made me, I don't know, a little bit more inspired and motivated to read for my summer. I made an entire summer TBR of 30 books that I want to read. I'm pretty sure almost all of them are on my shelves. So that's really exciting. I want to read at least 30 books over my summer. That's through June, July, and most of August, I'll say. I'll be pretty busy, but I can also listen to a book at least while we're starting school. So I wanted to do a little bit of some stats to round it out. I finished technically 3 books. One of them was Umberland. I finished this. I didn't start it for this, but I was really, really close to the beginning. So read most of that. Pretty much read all of this during the 24-hour readathon. The Night Ends with Fire, and she's a bit of a chunkier book. So that was really cool to finish that. And then I also, technically I say 3 because I read The Wizard of Oz play for my school for next year, which is about 50 pages. So it's not a lot, but it's still reading. I am still reading quite a few different books. I'm still reading on my Kindle A Fragile Enchantment. I'm a good 50% of the way through with that, so that's pretty good. I'm still reading The Titan's Curse. I'm probably gonna finish this today. I know it looks like I still have a good bit. It's Percy Jackson. I fly through it. So read all of this I read during the 24-hour readathon because I started this during it. Also reading Red Rising. And I forgot to mention this, I think, in one of my little vlogs, but I'm reading Red Rising with my husband. He really, really likes the series. He's on book 4 and he really wanted me to read it. And I saw this thing on TikTok, and so we decided to try it out where we're reading this book together, but we're reading it aloud to each other, and it's really fun. And then you get actual real-time thoughts and feedback about, what we think of the book. So that was it's been fun so far. We're not even 100 pages in because it takes a while to read aloud a book, but we're having a good time with it. It'll take us a really long time to finish this series because it's 7 books. And I read in total 1,177 pages throughout this entire 24-hour readathon. And I'm a pretty slow reader. That may be impressive to some people, may not be impressive to other people. I'm pretty proud of myself. That's quite a lot. There were quite a few days where I read at least over 100 pages, sometimes over 200 pages, which is really crazy. Let me know in the comments down below if you would try a 24-hour readathon like I did, or if you would do different rules or anything like that. I think it's a fun way to spice up how you're reading. I really enjoyed you know, every time I was reading, I was like, oh, let me see. And it was fun to see, oh, I've read for 19 hours. Like, that was cool to see to me. But let me know down in the comments below, what would you do? What would you do differently? What would you do maybe the same? Would you want to try it out? I highly don't recommend doing a actual 24-hour readathon where you stay up for 24 hours and just try to read as much as you can. That's not good for you. You need sleep, especially if you're consuming that much with your eyes, on Kindle, on just paper, anything. Don't do it. Not good for you. And I also felt like I got more reading out of it than if I did it that way. If I did it that way, I'd get burnt out so fast. See you next time.